Welcome everyone to a Brain Fuel special. Tonight, we delve into the murky waters of criminal psychology, exploring a question that has haunted humanity for centuries: can upbringing create killers? Is it nature, nurture, or a chilling combination of both that molds a monster? Welcome back, my dear viewers. The idea that a horrific childhood paves the way for a life of crime is a common trope in fiction. But how much truth lies behind it? Science tells us our genes play a role in shaping our behavior, predisposing some to be more impulsive or prone to violence. However, genetics isn't the whole story. Environmental issues during our formative years can have a profound impact on the person we become. Now let's take a look at the nature against nurture debate. Is a complex one, with no easy answers. Imagine a person with a genetic predisposition for violence. If they grow up in a loving, supportive environment, that predisposition may never manifest. However, if that same person experiences abuse, neglect, or exposure to violence, the risk factors multiply. It's a delicate dance between biology and environment, with both playing a crucial role. Dr. Keltner, in his book Born to be Good: The Science of a Meaningful Life, explores the interplay of nature and nurture in human behavior. You can find more information there. Now, what about childhood trauma? Childhood trauma, my dear viewers, can leave deep scars, both physical and emotional. Experiences like abuse, neglect, or witnessing violence can damage a child's developing brain, impacting their emotional regulation, impulse control, and ability to form healthy relationships. These factors can increase the risk of future violence and criminal behavior. There are many resources on that, one of which is the Center for Juvenile Justice Reform. They provide resources on the impact of childhood trauma. The good news, my dear viewers, is that the cycle of violence can be broken. Early intervention programs that identify at-risk children and provide them with support and resources can make a significant difference. Additionally, programs that help adults who experience childhood trauma can equip them with healthy coping mechanisms and reduce the risk of future violence. Now let's go, my dear viewers, and descend into darkness with case studies. We must be cautious of generalizations. Not everyone who experiences a difficult childhood becomes a criminal, but we often wonder what makes someone turn into a monster. We'll explore the chilling stories of two infamous serial killers, delving into their backgrounds to see if environment can truly shape a killer. The first case study: Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy, a charismatic college student, transformed into a terrifying serial killer who stalked and murdered young women in the 1970s. His childhood seemed normal, but reports suggest emotional neglect and a fascination with violence in his teenage years. Was it this disconnect that fueled his dark desires? The second case study: Aileen Wuornos. Aileen Wuornos, a highway prostitute, became known as the Florida killing spree murderer. Her life was marred by poverty, abuse, and early exposure to violence. These experiences likely contributed to her distrust of men and her descent into a desperate killer. It's important to remember that these are just two examples. While a difficult upbringing can be a risk factor, it doesn't guarantee someone will become a killer. However, these stories highlight the potential impact of environment on a developing mind. The question remains: are monsters born, or are they made? I think the answer likely lies somewhere in between. So what about you? What do you think shapes a monster? Write your thoughts in the comments below. Media portrayals of criminals, my dear viewers, often focus on sensational details, creating a distorted view. It's crucial to look beyond the headlines and understand the complex interplay of factors that might contribute to criminal behavior. Socioeconomic factors, lack of access to education and opportunity, and exposure to violence in the community all play a role. The Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy offers a nuanced look at criminal law and criminal behavior. You can learn more there. It's important to acknowledge the role of mental health in criminal behavior. Mental illnesses like schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and severe depression can increase the risk of violence, particularly if left untreated. Early diagnosis, access to mental health care, and effective treatment plans are crucial in preventing violence. While a difficult childhood can increase the risk of violence, it doesn't guarantee it. Protective factors can play a crucial role in mitigating the impact of negative experiences. Now, someone will ask me, what are those protective factors? Well, my dear viewers, protective factors include strong, supportive relationships. Having a loving family member, mentor, or friend can provide a sense of security and stability. Exposure to positive role models who demonstrate healthy coping mechanisms can make a significant difference. access to education and opportunities for a better future can provide hope and a sense of purpose. Resilience training that teach children healthy coping mechanisms, emotional regulation skills, and conflict resolution strategies can equip them to navigate challenges. You can find more about this in the Search Institute, where the concept of protective factors and youth development is explored in more detail. The question of whether upbringing creates killers is not a simple one. It's a complex interplay of nature, nurture, and the environment a person grows up in. While genetics can predispose someone to violence, it's the environment that often acts as the trigger. By understanding these factors, we can develop better prevention strategies, intervention programs, and rehabilitation efforts aimed at breaking the cycle of violence. To be honest with you, I don't have all the answers, but by fostering discussions about complex issues like criminal psychology, we can move towards a more nuanced understanding. This understanding can guide us towards creating a society that prioritizes mental health care, invests in education and social programs, and breaks the cycle of violence before it even begins. What are your thoughts on the nature against nurture debate? Do you believe upbringing plays a significant role in shaping criminal behavior? Have you encountered stories of resilience in the face of adversity? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. Remember, while a difficult childhood can increase the risk of violence, it doesn't define a person's future. By creating supportive environments, offering resources, and promoting mental health awareness, we can work towards a future where fewer people fall victim to the cycle of violence. Alrighty everyone, don't forget to subscribe and like this video to stay in the loop. Check out the previous episode and get ready for something epic coming next. See you!